Hey guys, Gorshak back with another video. This video is my review for the new Evil Dead that I saw in the theaters last Friday. So this is my long overdue review. Finally get a chance to do it. So yeah, last week I seen Evil Dead remake. Well, some call it remake, some call it like, I don't know, another adaptation in the franchise, but however, I did enjoy it. It was good. The theatrical version that I saw in the theater last week, it cut a lot of stuff out that was in the trailers and the previews. Yeah, they really cut a lot of stuff out. This movie was an hour and 30 minutes. It could have been longer if they kept, if the stuff they cut out was in the film. Maybe it would be like, I don't know, an hour and 37 minutes or something. I don't know. That's my guess, but yeah, it was really good. The actors did good, especially Jane Levy that played Mia, the main character. Apparently there is no Ash character in this. Ash does show up at the end of the credits. After the credits, it's all dark, and then you see the side of Ash's face. He turns around and says "groovy." I thought that was pretty good, man. It was a nice little short cameo for Ash, but I really liked that. It was good. That was awesome. Like I said, it was pretty gory. Yeah, they said that the movie broke the record for most gore. Like, they used like 50,000 gallons of blood. For me, after I saw the film, I kind of disagree. Like, the film was gory, but I don't think it broke the record, man. Not for me. I still say, like, Peter Jackson's Dead Alive was like gorier. I still say, yeah. Like, Peter Jackson, that film was really fucking bloody. The lawnmower scene, grinding the zombies up with the lawnmower, yeah, that was pretty good. So I still say, yeah, I would say Evil Dead's pretty, like, it didn't break the record, but it was gory and satisfaction. The special effects, there's hardly any CG, which I like. Like, I don't mind CG, but if it's done right, but I can't stand like CG, like gore effects and stuff. I don't like that. Yeah, this was directed by Fede Alvarez. This is his first feature film. I thought he did good with the Evil Dead. He's a fan of the original Evil Dead franchise, so he's handpicked by Sam Raimi. So, hey, I was game. The Deadites. The look of the Deadites. I'll get to that now. They did the Mia Deadite. She's the main character that gets possessed by, you know, she gets possessed first. The look of her was pretty awesome. She does get thrown into the cellar, just like they did with Cheryl in the original. But I think it's kind of, hard to compare to the original, you know. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying the Deadites didn't really talk in this except Mia. The Eric Deadite, he did say, I forget what he said, but he only said one thing when he was a Deadite, and that was before David. He's the only, you know, Mia's brother. He's the only one that doesn't turn into a Deadite. He ends up like blowing up the, you know, cabin with the Deadites in it. Yeah, Eric says something to him, but it was weird, man. These Deadites, they don't float like in the original. Like Cheryl, she was like in the air, and she first became the Deadites after saying all those cards that Shelley and Linda were doing. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, this movie was actually really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, the look of the Deadites. Mia was good. I think my favorite Deadite was Natalie. She is actually David's girlfriend, but I read the original script, and actually, Natalie and David weren't just they were actually engaged, so they were fiancés. But I guess they cut that out, and in just the theatrical version, they're just like boyfriend girlfriend. They're not like engaged or nothing. They cut a lot of Natalie's scenes out. I read like I said, I read the original script, and Natalie's character had a lot more dialogue and more screen time, but the theatrical version, they cut a lot of her stuff out. Like, that was a disappointment to me, because she's like one of my favorite characters in that film. I liked her as the Deadite. Mia, when she's possessed, she actually lures Natalie to go into the cellar, you know, trying to like pretend she's normal again, and that, so she suckers Natalie into the cellar. She goes down in there. Mia has her back turned down at the bottom of the steps. When she turns around, she like bites Natalie in the hand. And when Natalie tries to run up the stairs break. And she does finally get out of the cellar, but Mia catches her leg and pulls her back down into the cellar. But yeah, she bites Natalie in the hand, and Mia takes this X-Acto knife and like slits her tongue down the middle. And like Natalie's freaking out. She's like, ah. So then Mia, she starts licking Natalie's leg. Even I kind of don't blame her. I would, but yeah. Anyway, David comes down. Mia's like, she's licking her leg, and she tells Natalie, "I wanna taste your filthy soul." David comes in, like, pulls Natalie out of there. Yeah, so later on, Natalie, you know, she gets infected when Mia bit her, so her arm starts to get all pussy and like gross looking. It was pretty nasty looking, Natalie's arm. It was like, oh, fucking deformed and fucking pussy and shit. So Natalie's like gets the this was one of my favorite scenes in this movie, was Natalie cutting her arm off. She grabs like this electric knife, you know, and she actually cuts her fucking arm off, and I think some of it was cut, but I was still impressed with what they showed. She like cuts her fucking arm off, and with the blood's just like fucking flying, splashes her on the walls, fucking splashing her right in the face and her chest. It was pretty fucking awesome. Love that. That's my favorite part. So when she stands up, David and Eric come running in, and Natalie's standing up with her arm like hanging by strands of muscle. Then it actually rips off and falls on the ground. It was pretty good. So after that, she turns into a deadite. But the look of Natalie as a deadite was good. She uses this nail gun. She uses a nail gun like, when she's a deadite against David and Eric. And I gotta say, Eric takes the most fucking beating in this film, man. Natalie, she just fucking shoots fucking Eric like in the chest, the legs, the arms with the nail gun. David got a couple of nails in the arm too, in the leg. None in the chest, I don't think. So, fucking great stuff. There's Olivia. I think it's Eric's girlfriend. She's actually a nurse. But, yeah. I think she turns into a deadite after Mia pukes right on her. That was a good scene when she actually pukes. You can see like chunks of fucking shit and Olivia's hair and stuff. It's pretty fucking gruesome. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, like I said, Eric gets the most beating. Like, Olivia, when she's a deadite, she's like, Eric's looking for her and she's in the bathroom. She's like in the shower part, behind the shower curtain. She's like cutting half of her face off with this shard mirror. And Eric's like freaking out. He sees her, that she cut half her face off, and he's like freaking out. He like starts walking backwards, flips on the flab of skin, part of the skin of Olivia's face. He slips on it and cracks his back off the toilet. That was great stuff. And you know, Olivia's a nurse, so she had this needle, and she's like jabbing frickin' Eric in the eye with the fucking needle. Then she stabs that shard mirror right in his chest. Good, once again, good gore effects. I was like just happy to see this, like these effects. They were really well done, man. Like, so a big fucking applaud to Fetty. So yeah, you see Eric actually take the shard of mirror out of his chest, and you can actually see the blood coming out of the the cut and the wound in his chest when Olivia stabs him. Eric does kill Olivia. He bashes her in the fucking head a couple times with the piece of the toilet lid. You see him hit her in the head like once, then it cuts away. It doesn't show Eric bash her, but it shows the aftermath with this puddle of blood coming from Olivia's head. So great. Woo! I highly recommend you go check this out in the theater. Yeah, I had a good time. There was this the audience were being dickheads, though. So that was kind of the disappointing part of. The audience were just fucking, annoying assholes. So, but I was thinking about going to see it again before it leaves the theater, so I probably will. Maybe this Sunday I might go see it again, which I'd like to do. It was a good film. Yeah, Like I said, the actors did good. Elizabeth Blackmore, who plays Natalie, I wish she had more scenes because she is like one of my favorite characters in that movie. You know, it was really sad when she died too. When she's a deadite, Eric gets the, not Eric, David, he actually grabs the nail gun and he shoots a couple, no, it was Eric, sorry guys. It was actually Eric that grabs the nail gun and shooting, yeah, Natalie's got the crowbar. She's got this crowbar now, and she's like, she's gonna smack fucking David with the crowbar. And Eric grabs the nail gun, and he like, she's like fucking just shooting like tons of fucking nails, and Natalie deadite. He hits her like 5 times in the fucking head, so she's got like nails sticking in her fucking head. Like, it's fucking sweet stuff, guys. But anyway, she's got the crowbar, and well, Eric runs out of nails, and Natalie just starts fucking wailing on Eric with the crowbar. The sound effects of her hitting him with the crowbar was just fucking sick. I loved it. Just smacking him in the head. She like a couple times, smashing him in the fucking chest. She like brings the crowbar down on his hand, and the hook part like slices Eric's hand right down the middle. And you can see his hand like splitting in half. It was awesome shit. David grabs a shotgun and he blows off the other arm off of Natalie, and blood's just like pouring out of her fucking arm. So she's got like 2 half arms, but then she turns back to human Natalie, and she like says, "Why does my head hurt?" Meanwhile, she's got like fucking nails like in her head, and both her arms are gone. So she ends up starting to cry, and she slowly crawls into David's arms, and then she dies after she started crying. So yeah, it was a sad scene. That part was really sad. Like, holy fuck, man, this is just pretty good, man. I was really happy. Except for the audience, like I said. But, yeah, it was a good experience. Hopefully the second time will be better. It probably will, since it probably won't have those assholes there again. Like I said, an hour and a half. I know this is my review, but if you haven't seen this, I know I did a lot of spoilers, so well, in my video, when I upload this video of my review here of Evil Dead, I will post major spoilers beside the title. So if you haven't seen it and don't want spoilers, don't watch this video, guys. And if you don't mind spoilers, then rock on, man. I'm glad to do this review. It was a good movie. Like I said, there will be an extended cut Blu-ray coming out, I think July 16th. That's pretty fast. So it'll be, hopefully it's got all Natalie's cut scenes in it. Some of the scenes that you guys seen in the trailer, like Mia in the cellar, she's singing that nursery rhyme, like that time to go to sleep nursery rhyme thing. That was cut out. When Natalie's cutting her arm in the trailer, Mia's like looking at her and smiling and going, "Cut it, cut it, cut it." That was cut. In the theatrical version, she just says, "No, you don't you cut it, you fucking bitch, don't you cut it." I like cut it better than don't you cut it, you fucking bitch. There's some swearing in it. When Mia's possessed, she sees David at the top of the cellar. She's like, come down here and I'll suck your cock, you fucking pretty boy." That was pretty funny. Yeah. The swearing's, yeah, she's just a fucking filthy mouth fucking deadite, man. Mia is. Now the tree rape scene. Okay. The tree rape scene. Damn. The tree rape scene was a disappointment, kinda, because a lot of people were saying that it was like really graphic in that. It was. I think it was trimmed for the theatrical version to get an R rating. I think so. It wasn't much. Just veins wrapping around Mia. There's some that wrapped around her leg. Then it shows something. Then it shows like a vine or a slimy looking piece of vine that goes up her twat. Yeah. And that was it. It wasn't very long or much, so. But still pretty good. It wasn't gross or nothing. It was just so I was kind of stunned at the lack of it, but still. Anyways, hopefully, like I said, extended cut comes out. We'll get that. They'll put everything back in the tree rape scene. So I don't know what they cut out of it, but it looked like they cut some out of it. The Book of the Dead, it doesn't got like this weird looking face on it, like the original. It's just got like, when Eric finds it, it's like wrapped in a garbage bag, like, you know, wrapped in barbed wire and too. So when Eric wants to look at the book, he's got to cut the barbed wire up with wire cutters, stuff like that. So yeah, the ending. Now the after David blows up the cabin with the Deadites, that's how Mia returns back to human, because David actually buried her alive. So when Mia died, the possession of Mia died with her. So, but David brings her back with this with these pliers. He grabbed 2 needles and hooked it up to this fucking, I don't know, charger thing. Jabs her in the chest and like, you know, juices it up and like brings Mia back to life. So yeah, everybody's dead except me after David blows the cabin up with the Deadites in there with him. Because David was dying anyway, because the Eric Deadite, which is the weakest looking Deadite of them all. I was kind of, you know, like I said, I wish the Deadite said more stuff. But I think Eric was the only weakest looking Deadite. I wasn't impressed with the makeup for him. But anyways, he stabs David in the neck with these those wire cutters. So he jabbed him pretty good. So, but yeah. So everybody's dead after David blows up the cabin. Then it's just after that, it starts raining blood, and when it rains blood, the abomination creature, what it's called, comes out of the ground and attacks Mia. It was a pretty decent, good fight Mia had with the abomination. This is where the gore really plays out in the ending scene. Not only is it raining blood, you got gore effects. Mia ends up cutting the abomination's legs off with the chainsaw. Now this part was weird with the chainsaw, because when the abomination was, Mia crawls in this tunnel that leads into the woodshed. So she blocks the part out where you get into the woodshed from the tunnel. While she's doing that, she's pouring gas into the chainsaw, but she loses the lid because the abomination grabs her by the breaks out of the fucking hole and like grabs her, and she like loses the cap for the chainsaw. So, and she's like wrestling with the abomination, and I'm surprised that the chainsaw worked because there's no top. The lid, she lost the lid for the chainsaw. So you'd think the gas would pour out of it, but I think that was like a plot hole there, or like, you know, like a goof. Because the way she was like wrestling with the abomination, the gas would have poured out of the chainsaw because it's got no lid. Anyway, yeah, that was the only goof I noticed. So, yeah, Mia cuts off the abomination's legs off. And the abomination tips the Jeep over onto Mia's arm, so she's trapped. And how she get out, now this was a great effect. Mia's like, her arm's caught, and she like, and that's how she breaks free, is because she like actually pulls and tears her freaking hand off, and you can see the skin tearing, and you can see, actually see the skin start to rip and tear. It was fucking awesome, man. So that was fucking woohoo, good shit, man. I loved it. You know, she's got the chainsaw. She sticks her nub through the handle part of the chainsaw, and the abomination says to her, it wasn't "I swallow your soul." She's like, "Ow." I forget what she said. The abomination creature. It was a weird looking creature. It like moves weird, and it's weird looking. I'm trying to think of what the hell the abomination said to her. She says, "Oh, okay." She tells me, "I'll feast on your soul." Me is like, "Feast on this motherfucker." Sticks a chainsaw right down the abomination's like fucking throat, and just goes all the way down to the abomination creature's stomach, then goes all the way back up with it, and the blood was just fucking shooting, pouring out, man. That was satisfying. Fucking Mia's like soaked with blood. Not only is it raining blood, fucking blood shooting out of the fucking abomination's head, its fucking stomach, just fucking gore galore there. That was pretty amazing. I love that fight. So after it's killed, the abomination creature sinks back into the ground, and it is morning now, and Mia's walking away, and fades and shows the Necronomicon pages blowing in the wind, and that's it. The credits roll. So, like I said, I enjoyed the movie. I wish they didn't cut some stuff out of it, but I was satisfied. It's a worthy part of the Evil Dead franchise, so I'm definitely going to pick up the Blu-ray. So I highly recommend you guys go see this in the theater. You'll have a good fucking time. Some of the dialogue was like not great, but still satisfying movie, so you guys will have a fucking blast. Like I give this film 9 out of 10 because stuff was cut out, and the look of the Eric Deadite, that was weak. The Eric Deadite was really fucking weak. The rest of it, like I said, my favorite Deadite was Natalie. So, did good at the box office, so there will be a sequel. They said they're going to do a sequel anyway, too, so. Yeah, guys, I know this was kind of a long review. Hopefully you won't get too bored. Like I said, this is major spoilers in it, so. But if you got any questions, just comment down below and I'll answer them. If you haven't seen the film, that is. If you want to know something, I'll just reply to your comments down below. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed this Evil Dead review. Like I said, I'm gonna go see it again Sunday. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and see you guys next video. And keep it gory, guys. And see you next time. Goodbye.